Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're diving into some of the most hilarious, unhinged, and brutally honest moments ever captured on stage. From the absolute sexiest border control in Montreal to the terrifying energy of Russian accents and growing up under wild political chaos. Trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of this. Let's jump right into the absolute best stories. French sound effortlessly romantic, Russian accents hit you with pure cinematic villain energy. It doesn't matter if a guy on the phone is just talking about buying groceries or playing Candy Crush. You automatically feel like he's about to overthrow a government or—
Confidence you have to pull that off. Nobody else. That is white man confidence. Nobody else possesses that level of confidence. Go the wrong way, end up in the wrong place, call the wrong people the wrong name and be like, I'm right, give me a holiday. No one else can do that. That is the level of confidence we should all aspire to. Is white man levels of confidence. Women couldn't pull that off. You think any woman should be like, I'm gonna sail the wrong way around the earth? They'd be like, burn her, she's a witch. You think people of color could have pulled that off? Black people could pull that off? Wow, really? Black people's gonna sail around the world, wrong way around, get to the place they're not supposed to be, probably get arrested for trespassing. Be like, what are you doing here? Be like, man, my bad, man. I thought I was getting to India, man. My bad, man. I apologize. Man, I don't even know what I was thinking, man. You know what, man? We should have never messed with ships. It never turns out good, man. I apologize. I apologize, man. This won't happen again. Why would you want to bury your history? So much joy, there's so much to learn. You know? It feels like America's moving in that direction. You know, it wants less and less of its history, wants less and less context. You look what's happening with textbooks. Places like Florida, they want to ban textbooks or cut out the parts of the textbooks that have slavery in the books. And now parents are fighting. Parents are fighting. They're like, oh, no, take the slavery out. It's making the kids feel bad. And other parents, keep the slavery in. It's teaching the children. And these parents are fighting back and forth. I'm like, why? What you don't need to be fighting about. No one should be fighting about this. Kids don't read textbooks. They watch TikTok. If you want to get to the kids, that's where you gotta be. It was slavery. Ships came. Yeah, they. I'll be honest, I don't think that textbook thing is like a real issue. I feel like it's one of those manufactured issues that often happens in America that gets people riled up and gets them fired up, fighting about something that was never an issue to begin with, you know? And the reason I say this is because that's honestly what I believe. I feel like in America, politicians have done a really good job of tricking Americans into fighting about issues that were never an issue to begin with, so that you don't pay attention to the issues that actually are. You know? If they can get you fighting about what's in a textbook, you don't pay attention to the fact that inflation is out of control. You don't pay attention to the fact that rents are out of control. People cannot afford to live anywhere. Salaries have never kept up with inflation. Corporations steal billions and billions of dollars from their employees with no ramifications. You don't pay attention to any of that. You pay attention to what's catchy. It's easy to keep up with. It keeps you going. You know? Ooh, can trans people use public bathrooms? Ooh. It's manufactured. Issue. And I mean this, honestly. Who was actually dealing with this issue? You know what they did? Some politician out there figured out. They go, here's a small story affecting a few people in a random place to make it seem like this is a nationwide issue. And then everyone starts fighting about it. But who? Who was really dealing with it? Huh? Who of you here has ever been in a situation where you were in a bathroom and all of a sudden a skirmish broke out and you heard people be, excuse me, is this the gender that you were born with? Does it coincide with the sign on the door? Is your genitalia matching this? Can I see it right? Who's ever seen that? Nobody. Nobody. But they make us fight about it because it's catchy. Who can use which bathroom? Who cares? Who cares? I mean it. Who cares? You know, someone will be like, oh, but trans people care. I want to know if they can use a public bathroom. Yeah, use whichever bathroom you want. Who's going to stop you? No, seriously, it's a public toilet. Who is going to stop you? You tell me who's going to enforce that law. We can't even enforce the idea that people should shit into the toilet. But you think magically they're gonna figure out if you were born this way? Use whichever one you want. Why are we wasting our time? Other people are like, oh, we're gonna fight because you gotta know who's using. I'll tell you something. If you are spending enough time to know the genitalia of the other people in a public bathroom, you're the creep. I'm worried about you.
Moving on to a masterclass in dark comedy. Growing up in South Africa, Trevor breaks down the absolute absurdity of racial segregation rules, especially the mind-boggling logic behind who was allowed to use which public bathroom back in the day.
There is a simple rule to every public toilet around the world, and that rule: you get in, you pay no attention to anyone else, you hold your breath, and you get out. You're standing around staring at other people. Like every man in this room knows, when we use the toilet, what do? We get in. Public toilet, you stare dead. You pee, you do your thing. You do not look to either side. If you're fidgety, you look up, you look down. You do not look at anyone. The guy next to you could start choking. You don't turn your head, you don't shake, you don't move. You hear him like, hey man, hey, you all right? Yo, hey man, you okay? Yo, you want me to call? Hey man, you want me to call? Don't look at me! What are we doing? What are we fighting about? Public bathrooms. And if you know your history, you'll know this happens all the time in America. It happens over and over and over again. There was a time when women had to fight to use public bathrooms in America. Imagine that. There was literally a time when women weren't allowed to use public bathrooms all across America, and they had to fight. And there were men who were angry. This is crazy. You have women in public bathrooms? That's insane. How does it work? Huh? What, they're gonna come in there while we're peeing? And then what, they're gonna look at our wieners? Huh? And they're gonna laugh? Huh? Think about this, ladies. There was a time when women were first allowed to step into the workplace where there were no public bathrooms that they could use. So ladies, if you were out and about back then, you needed to pee, you needed to poo, you had to go home. Yeah, and I say poo theoretically. I don't know if you actually... No, I don't think any guy does, let's be honest. We don't. Like, we assume this on a biological level, but I don't know for certain that any woman actually... In fact, any man in here, think of any woman in your life. Do you know the last time she pooed? I don't think you know. I don't think you know. There is no forensic evidence to back up that claim. There is no smell. There is no stain. There is no nothing. Ladies, I don't know who's doing your bathroom PR, but they're doing a stellar job. Stellar job. Women go to the bathroom, smells better when they come out of it. How? You never know when a lady is pooing. Never. Because also, women keep the same amount of time. That's the most impressive thing. You give nothing away. Yeah, a woman's gonna go pee. It takes 10 minutes. She goes to the bathroom, right? Gets there, tinkle, 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 comes out, washes her hands, powders her face, texts on the phone a bit, comes back to the table. You have no clue. She's gonna go poo, same thing, 10 minutes. Goes to the bathroom, does a thing, pellets, comes back out, wash her hands, powder the nose, text her friends, get back out there. You have no clue. With men, you know exactly what we're doing. Discretion is not our forte. You know when every single man is gonna go pee. Why? 2 minutes. Off to the bathroom, we're in there. Quickest thing ever. It's like a NASCAR pit stop. Yeah, we get in, we pee, come back out, act like we're washing our hands, and we're back. How do you know when we're gonna take a dump? Because it's obvious. We go to the bathroom, never come back. That's the last time you'll ever see us. Your family's putting up wanted posters in the restaurant. Have you seen this man? Imagine, people were fighting about bathrooms every time in America, every time. There was a time when black people had to fight to use public bathrooms. Huh? Same thing. Black people were like, why can we not use public bathrooms? And again, people were angry. This is crazy. You're gonna have black people in the public bathroom? How does that even work? Huh? So what, they're gonna be standing there while I'm peeing? Huh? I'm gonna be looking at my wiener? Huh? And they're gonna laugh? Huh? I'm old enough to when there was a discussion in America about whether gay people could use public bathrooms. This was an actual topic of discussion. remember seeing people on the news being interviewed. They'd be like, "You think that gay men should be allowed into the same bathrooms as straight men?" Look, I don't mind what they do. If they keep it to themselves, that's fine. But like, just answer me this. How's it gonna work, huh? So what? You're in the bathroom with them, and then what? Like he's gay, and I'm just standing there, and I'm peeing, huh? And he's looking at my wiener, huh? And then he grabs it, huh? And he starts yanking on it, huh? Starts tugging away, and I get hard, and I'm enjoying it, huh? And then this is one of the best experiences I've ever had, huh? And then I start coming back weekly, hoping I'll bump into him, and I do, huh? And then at some point we agree to meet outside a nice little restaurant that's cozy and get to know each other, huh? Then a few years later we get married and our family and we live happily ever after. Is that what you want? Why? Public bathrooms. That's why you shouldn't bury your history. Yeah, because if you know it's happened, you know what to predict. You understand why it happened in the first place.
That's why Jacob has been different, because a lot of people panic in South Africa. They panic, when it comes to our politicians because of this. They just don't understand them. Especially around election time. That's when you see the most panic in South Africa. It's always been the case. From our first democratic elections in 1994. Remember that? Nelson Mandela was about to become president. Most of the country was overjoyed. A few people were worried. You heard them whispering, I'm leaving. I'm going to Australia, Mary. I'm going. It's been fun, but it's time to go, hey? Because now they're going to take over. It's time to go. I'm leaving. I'm going to Australia. Then Nelson Mandela became president, and they all stayed. He's a wonderful man. Oh, he's such a wonderful... If it wasn't for him, I would have left, hey? Wonderful man. Oh, he's amazing, yeah. He's really great. I love him. He's amazing. You thought they were over it, but next elections, people panicked again. Thabo Mbeki, about to become president, people lost it. I'm leaving. I'm going to Australia, Mary. I'm going. This time I'm going. You know that now that Mandela's gone, they're going to eat us, hey? It's only a matter of time. I'm leaving. I'm going to Australia. But once again, Thabo became president, and they all stayed. He left. No, shame. No, shame. Then we had Kgalema Motlanthe. Wasn't that crazy? Kgalema Motlanthe. He's like our interim president. Didn't want to touch anything.
And finally, the crown jewel, South African politics. Nothing beats the sheer chaos of describing former President Jacob Zuma. A masterclass in dodging scandals, ignoring reality, and keeping a straight face while running an entire nation into absolute comedy gold.
He was that guy, eh? No one knew what to get of him. It was just like crazy. People lost their minds even worse. I can't believe it. I didn't even vote. What the hell? 1 minute I go to bed and Thabo Mbeki's our president. And the next thing you know, I wake up and we've got Kgalema Motlanthe. I can't believe it. I'm going to Australia. I'm going. But then once again, thankfully, they stayed. And then it got interesting. Because then it was the turn of Jacob Zuma. Ooh. The original boogeyman. People panicked again, although it was different. For the first time in South African history, you heard black people going, "Eish, how much is that ticket to Australia again?" We got the cutest president in the world, and you guys don't respect him. You don't appreciate him. He got that cute face with that grin, just like, Looks like he could have been like one of those kids in the Jet magazine, just like. He's super cute, man. How could you hate on Jacob Zuma? He looks like a little Zulu Ninja Turtle, man. He's so, he does, You could see him in the crew. Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, Jacob, Kawapanga. Oh, I miss Jacob so much. And you people were torturing while I was away. You were torturing him. How could you do that? Painting horrible pictures of Jacob Zuma. You guys are disgusting. The man, Jacob, on the mountain with the wind blowing through where he'd have hair. Just him, Jay-Z, and Mini-Me. Although it wasn't that mini though, you have to admit. No, it was a pretty solid picture. Well, not solid, but you know what I'm just saying, if it was me, I wouldn't have been offended by that, eh? I would have been there at the gallery every day, just like posing and waiting for people. They'd be like, yeah, hello ladies, hello, hello. Hello nice, hello. Take a picture there, take a picture. They must know. So strong and so confident. People were like, this picture, it's racist. This picture, disrespectful. It wasn't even that disrespectful. I know you might not like it, and that's your personal opinion. But it wasn't that. Even the name of the picture was strong and powerful, you know? Jacob Zuma, the spear. The symbol of the Zulu nation for hundreds of years. Made famous by King Shaka himself. Conquering army after army with the spear. Umkhonto wesizwe. The spear of the nation. The spear. It's not like that guy called it the pocket knife. No, the spear, big and manly. That's why our president didn't complain. Jacob Zuma did not complain once, because he understands art. He's cultured. You know, because the guys around him complaining about it on his behalf. I hate it when people do that. He wasn't even offended. They ran to him like little kids tattletaling. Jacob! Jacob! Yes. What happened now? Jacob, it's disgusting, it's disgusting. Did you see what they did? Did you see they painted you? They painted you. He's like, there's no paint on me. I'm fine. No, sorry, my bad. They painted a picture of you. They painted, just show him the picture, just show him the picture. And they came running with the picture and they showed it to him. But Jacob Zuma, he's a chilled out guy. He doesn't have time for these things. He probably didn't even see anything. He was just like, I don't see anything wrong with this. Oh. The giggling Casanova has no time for these trivial pursuits. I wouldn't be shocked if Jacob's having the time of his life right now in the presidential bedroom. Starting himself a new romantic game to play with the ladies. And you know he's romantic. I mean, that many kids, that many wives, he knows what it's about. You know? He's there, covered himself in body paint. Playing Barry White in the background. Gets to the bedroom door looking all sexy. Looking in the door at his wife. Number 2. Are you ready for the spear? She's there like, ooh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. And he's like, ready or not, here I come. I don't know how much of it is true or not. What I do know is, if Jacob Zuma was allowing the Guptas to control our country and choose our ministers, then it wasn't my president being corrupt to me, it was the Guptas telling him what to do. It's like Julius said,
the Guptas were in his ear all along. They were inside his ear all along.
and you know the way Julius sounded, it sounded amazing, because like, I get the phrase when they go, they were in his ear, but he said
They were inside his ear.
it sounded like the Guptas were actually inside Jacob Zuma's ear, which actually would have made sense when you think about it. What if they were inside his ear the entire time? How do we know that every single time Jacob Zuma was speaking to us as a nation, he was actually telling us what the Guptas were saying to him? Like he had one of those earpieces that they have on those hidden camera shows. You know? Like he was there in Parliament, outside Parliament, there was a van with the Guptas sitting inside it. Hello, Jacob. Jacob. Jacob, I have activated your earpiece. You're going to repeat everything that I tell you, okay? Jacob, can you hear me, Jacob? Can you hear me? Roger. No, it's Atul. This is Atul here, Jacob. I know who it is, guys. I've got it. I know who it is. Okay, let's just make sure levels are all correct, Jacob. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, what do you want to do?
No. 1, 2, like 3. 1, 2, like 3. 1, 2, like 3. Oh, okay. I've got you guys, so I must just repeat everything that you say. Yes, you're going to repeat everything, Jacob. Okay, it's going to be very complicated. I'm trying to listen to you while also speaking. We understand, Jacob, but we've already made a plan, you and us. So repeat everything that I say, okay? Okay, I will repeat everything.
And that's probably why things went wrong. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to listen to someone while talking to someone else. Your mind jams. Yeah, that's why Jacob Zuma could never deliver a speech. It's not that he couldn't read, he couldn't listen. He couldn't listen and speak at the same time. I used to watch him and be like, what's going on, Jacob? Kinkari, your YouTube is buffering. What's happening here? This is why data must fall. But it turns out he was just listening the entire time. There he was in Parliament. The praise singer said his name as he came.
President was in South Africa, Jacob Zuma.
Jacob Zuma came out to the podium. His earpiece was ready.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Proud South Africans, and Indians especially, We are doing well in this country. We are doing well in this country. And also, don't listen to the news. Don't listen to the newspapers. Even though what they say is right sometimes. Also, there is no problem with the ANC. Also, there is no problems with the ANC. The membership is growing. We currently have 939,360,000. 39 million 60 and 62. 390 million 600. 390. No, I said 900 million 62,000. No, Jacob, you're missing the point. 100 million. No, Jacob, come on, man. Listen properly. Listen properly. Listen properly. No, Jacob. Listen properly. 900 million. 900 million. Give me a pen there. Hey, Pelele. No, Jacob. 100 million. 39 million. 63,000. Oh. What are you doing? Jacob, no, man. That was just a tickle and a cough. Tickle was a church cough. Okay, this is going wrong, Jacob. Abort, Jacob. Abort. I bought.
They were in his ear the entire time. I miss South Africa, man. I miss it. I watch Parliament now again. I went straight into it, watching the vote of no confidence. I was so stressed. I don't know about you, but I was so stressed. I was like, please, don't let Zuma go, please. Don't let Zuma go. My jokes, all of my jokes, please.
My therapist told me that I am undateable. Session, and she just turned to me and she said, Trevor, I think it is because you are undateable. I was like, I guess you also didn't like the Grammys. She told me this at the end of a session, which I feel like should be illegal. Right? Well, like therapists will drop a bomb on you at the end of a session
and then just expect you to wait. It'll just be like, yeah, and that's why your father could never love you. And you're like, what? Oh yeah, we've run out of time. I'll see you next time. No! No, next video. I don't want to wait a week. I want Netflix therapy, not HBO. I had to wait 2 weeks, and then in my next session, I was like, where were we? Let's go into it. And I was like, yeah, skip recap. Let's go. And she was like, well, Trevor, I was thinking about, you and relationships, and what we're talking about my inability to be in a long-term relationship, and I was trying to understand why, and we're delving into it. And she said, I think it's because you are undateable. And then she broke it down for me. She said, there are a few reasons. I think you work too much. I know you love your work, but you work too much, and that doesn't create a good balance in your life. She said, also, you travel too much, and being in the same place is crucial for building a solid relationship. But I'll be honest with you, those things are really just the side dish. Right? The main course and the real issue I have is, as my therapist put it, I have an inability to not say what is in my head. And she taught me that one of the keys to a long, successful relationship is knowing when to think and when to speak. Yeah. Now, I don't have that problem. I'm a good communicator. She's like, no, Trevor, oftentimes you have thoughts and you immediately say them. You just have the thought and it comes out your mouth. And Trump was like, tell him, girl. I was like, I don't know. I don't think I have that as a problem. I think it's probably something. She's like, no, I've got notes. Hold on, I've got some notes. And she pulled out the notes and she's like, let's go through some examples. And there was one example that really, she was right. It happened with an ex-girlfriend of mine. It was the fracture that led to the end of the relationship, really. It wasn't the moment, but that fracture caused the outcome. We were getting ready for bed. It was an innocuous night, brushing our teeth, getting into the covers. And then before we turned off the lights, we started talking to each other and we got really cozy. You know those moments where you're with the person you love and you just find yourself in a rabbit hole of stories you've never told, feelings you've never shared, and you're laughing and you can feel you're falling more in love. And we're lying there on the pillows, looking at each other, and she's there staring at me. And all of a sudden she's like, hey, can I ask you a question? I was like, yeah, of course. She's like, if you could change one thing about me, what would you change? Now, I have since learned that there is a correct answer to this question. And yes, one correct answer. Regardless of how unique your relationship is, if you want to win this game show question, the answer you give, if she says to you, if there's a woman in your life and she says, if there's one thing you could change about me, what would you change? The correct answer is nothing. Aha. Yes, I wish you were all there with me that night. Yes. Correct answer is nothing. You say, nothing, babe. I would change nothing about you because everything you are makes you perfect for me. If anything, can I be honest? I would change myself. I would change myself so that I would be better able to receive the love that you so freely give. That is what I would change. Half of the world has immigrant problems. It's not really immigrant problems. It's the fear of something that is different. Because when people say they don't like immigrants, most of the time they're not referring to immigrants who look and sound like them. They're talking about immigrants who speak differently, who look different. Because an accent comes with a connotation. You think you know if someone is smart or stupid because of their accent. And yet the truth is an accent is not a measure of intelligence. It's just someone speaking your language with the rules of theirs. Accents have connotations. We cannot deny it. Look at the French. We all believe that the French are romantic. Why? Because of their accents. They've got that thing. I was thinking maybe we could... how you say afterwards. Maybe we could try to. Oh my God, he's so sexy. Oh my God. Accents determine how we see people. Same thing happens with the Russians. The Russians, the most feared people on the planet. Why? Because of how they speak. I don't care who you are, you cannot deny that when a Russian speaks, you are not comfortable. As soon as they open their mouth, yeah, go to kill you, break you. I destroy your family. Even if they say nice things, it still sounds menacing and dangerous. Yeah, fluffy rabbits and teddy bears. Happy Valentine's Day. Sounds like a threat. Yes, with the Russians. I don't care who you are, where you are in the world, you do not mess with the Russians because of that accent. All of us in the world are afraid of the Russians. They do that thing when they speak. It strikes fear into the hearts of men. And you see it every single day. Look at what happened at the Olympics. We found out that the Russians have been doping for the last 4 or 5 Olympics. Olympic Committee banned them, confidently as well, while they were in Zurich. We here at the Olympic Committee feel that Russians may no longer participate in the Olympic Games due to their doping practices. And they are now hereby uninvited from the Games in Rio and banned hitherto and into the future. Thank you very much. And the Russians were like, what did you say? Well, the truth is, you know, the Olympics is for everybody, yeah? You can come when you want to. I mean, who am I to ban you? Yeah, this is for all of us. Okay, I see you in Rio. Okay, yeah, bye-bye. Everyone's afraid of the Russians. You see it when it comes to geopolitics. Look at what happened in the Ukraine. Russia took a piece of another country. Annexed Crimea, no provocation, no reason. Out of nowhere, the Russians were just like, yeah, I like. And the whole world, what did we do? You don't mess with the Russians. Most frightening people in the world. You know how I know this? You know how I've learned? Because I've learned how to use the Russian accent for myself. I've learned how to harness that energy and use it for good. I'll share this with you, I don't mind. I'm not particularly comfortable in the house at night by myself. What I'm trying to say is I'm afraid of the dark. And I know it's stupid to be afraid of the dark, right? Because there's nothing there, 9 times out of 10. But what happens is I'll be sleeping. And in the middle of the night, I'll be woken up by the need to pee. And whenever that happens, I'm always faced with the eternal dilemma. When I go to the bathroom, do I turn the lights on and lose my sleep? Or do I leave the lights off and shit myself? I never know which one to go with. But what I started doing now is I leave the lights off. And when I go to the bathroom, I just speak to myself in a Russian accent. And it sounds crazy, but I feel like I'm the most dangerous thing in the night. You'll find me at 3 a.m. barefoot walking to the toilet like, yes, big boy, go to make a pee-pee. No trouble over here, it's potty time. I feel safe. I feel like even if there's a monster under the bed, I'll be like, is that a Russian? There's just something about that Russian accent. It made me ladies, every single one of you in this audience needs to learn a Russian accent. Because you read stories all the time. I talk to my female friends all the time, my family members. And women are constantly under assault. Women are living a life of being vulnerable, walking through the streets, men catcalling, in the office place, people groping, feeling like they have ownership of the female form. And I know, ladies, we can't solve this tomorrow, but if you learn the Russian accent, half of those problems would disappear. Yeah, the next time you're in a compromising position, you're at a bar, waiting for your drink. That creepy guy comes up and starts grinding on you from behind. Hey, how are you? Hey, you want to dance? No, I'm fine, thank you. I'm just getting a drink, thank you. I don't want to... Come on, dance with me, girl, come on. No, I don't want to dance, thank you. I'm waiting for my friends, I'm good. Come on, I know you want me. Woo, you know I want you. Come on, I know you want me. You know, I don't want to dance with you, please.
Hey, you don't gotta be such a bitch.
You know, whenever that happens, ladies, don't be afraid, don't stress. Just whip out your Russian and kill it dead. As soon as he says that, as soon as he's like, don't be such a bitch, just be like, you want to see bitch? Done. Sober up and walk away. Use it for anything, ladies. Anything. At work, in the streets. Use it at home. Doesn't have to be life or death. Could be a mild annoyance. Yeah. Next time you're in bed, you're trying to get to sleep, but you can't. Because there's this horny little rabbit behind you. Dry humping your back. You know the nights I'm talking about. Everyone in this room knows the nights I'm talking about. Ladies, you're dog tired, you just want to fall asleep, and he's there behind you. Baby. 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 What? Are you sleeping? Yeah, I'm trying. What do you want? I want you, baby. I've wanted you all night. Oh, I want you so bad. You look so good right now. In that nightgown and your curlers, girl. I just want you so bad right now. Oh, baby, thank you for thinking I'm beautiful even though I'm in my curlers. But please, can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm so tired, baby. Aren't you tired? I'm never tired for you, girl. I want you right now. Baby, please, let's do this tomorrow, please. I'm so tired. I just want to sleep. It's fine, you can sleep. I don't mind. No, I'm not gonna. Yo, for real, ladies, can I just say, men are creeps. On behalf of all men, I apologize because we are disgusting creeps, every single one of us. No, I'm not gonna sleep. What's wrong with you? What are you talking about? What do you want me? I just want you. Is that so bad? No, baby, I'm just tired. Yeah, but you said when we left the show, you were like, oh, that was fun. We had a good time. And then we were driving home, and then you were like, oh, I can't wait to get you back. No, I said that, and I did. I wanted to, but then I got in. But I didn't even realize how tired I was, baby. Please, I promise you I'm not... Oh, you do this to me all the time. What am I supposed to do now, huh? What am I supposed to... Look at me now. Do you know how hard it is to have blue balls? Do you know how painful this is? Huh? What am I supposed to do now with this? What am I... Ladies, I love how guys talk about an erection like it's something we bought at the store and we can't return. And I say, what am I supposed to do with this, huh? What am I supposed to do with this? I've opened it. Take it back, huh? Huh? What am I supposed to do with this? Whenever that happens, ladies, you aren't fighting the man, you're fighting his horniness. It's going to turn into a fight that's going to spoil your week, maybe your month. Don't let it happen. Just get your Russian out and kill it dead. As soon as he starts losing, you're doing this all the time, you reject me, I just want you, and just be like, okay, okay. Show me what penis can do. Let's go. Make action, lover boy. Done. Problem solved. Even Enos will be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I told him, but he wouldn't listen to me. I don't even know how we got to this point, honest, because you see what had happened was he called me and he was like, come out, there's a party. And then I came out and I was like, you're sleeping. He's like, oh no, don't worry, I'll wake up. Then I was like, don't wake, because you know me, I don't wake you up. I'm here like 5 times a night. I've never woken you up. I don't know why he woke you up. I'm gonna be chilling. In fact, I had some stuff to do, so you should go back to, because I respect you. In fact, I had some paperwork that I'm gonna be handling in my office, so if you need me, you know where to find me. But he shouldn't have done it in the first place. I just want to apologize, because I don't think you should ever have me in a situation where a man is pressuring you. John! Kill it dead, ladies. All you need is that Russian accent. The most dangerous accents in the world. And yet, strangely enough, I found the Russian language does not make me fear at all. Strangest discovery I made. The Russian accent makes me fear. The Russian language does not. Because a language is something someone else speaks. An accent is me interpreting how they're using mine. It's a completely different thing. I was walking through the streets, a man on the phone, a Russian guy, speaking to someone in English. Sounded like he was setting up a drug deal. And then he switched into Russian. The strangest thing that happened in my brain. He was walking, and he was like, yeah, Vlad, the guys go to bed, okay, at 3 o'clock. Yeah, you go to tell me when you get the package. Afterwards, I go to let you know what's happening. No, Vlad, no, Vlad. Нет, Vlad, vai dash ракетчина, нет? Вы точно отверяете. Нет, вы точно, сепе, нот, вы точно, нет, который не говорит. Фиамат, рабочий нет. Вы точно, спасибо, конечно, да. That was the weirdest thing in my head. In my head, he instantly went from internet criminal to immigrant. Instantly. I wasn't afraid anymore. It was the strangest thing. He was just a normal person in my mind because Russian doesn't frighten me. If anything, Russian just sounds like a DJ is scratching on a turntable. That's all I hear when I hear Russian. It sounds like a DJ took a turntable and is scratching English like, yeah, Vlad, the guys go to bed, okay, 3 o'clock, okay? Yeah, you got to let me know when you package. Afterwards, the guys got to call me, okay? Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll let you know what's happening. No, Vlad. No, listen, Vlad. Vidnačket deričko vokekesno žitvat išvertiči votjevat partižnika budznet vorjeta vorjeta patnačkevat devočnarchevat kepochne ebe Russian. Wow. Oh, wow. What's happening, New York? Yeah. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you for coming out. Oh, we're going to have tonight. Welcome to it, people. This is us. Can I tell you for a second, this has been a dream since I started stand-up comedy, doing a special in New York City. This is it. This is it. New York. Yeah! I'm walking over here. That was all I thought New York was before I came here. I just thought it was a city of people almost getting run over. Just everyone walking into the street, a taxi rolling up, slamming the hood. I'm walking over here. What's wrong with you? You want some coffee? I didn't even know what that meant. All I knew was one day I was going to go to New York City. And I too was going to almost get run over by a car. I had a dream and I set out. And you know what? It's a lot harder than it seems. You know, in the movies, they make it look simple. They make it look like you run out, the car almost hits you, you do that thing, you slam the hood and then move on. But it's not that easy. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. It's all about being precise. You have to get out there at the exact same time that the taxi is there so that it stops so that you can hit the hood, right? If you don't have the guts and you come out too late, the car's gone. It's a waste of everyone's time. You just look like a mad person now. It's just like, hey! I'm walking over here. If you come out at the exact time as the car, then you just get run over. That's just pointless. You know, it's like, hey, he was walking over here. What's wrong with you? The worst though is when you come out too early, because that's just awkward for everyone involved. Because you come out and then the car stops, but you can't reach the hood. It's just like, hey! Come here. No, come closer, please. I want to tell you a secret. Come here. No, I'm from Africa. I have a dream. Please come closer. I just want you. I'm walking over here. I love this city. Are you kidding me? New York. My dream was to come out here. As soon as I got here, I was like, this is it. There is an energy city that exists nowhere in the world. New York. New York. I love it, everything about it. You know what fascinates me about New York? Is how much people trust the traffic lights. I have never seen anything like it. You must remember, I come from an African country, and all over Africa we have traffic lights, but we don't use them. Right? It's less of a command and more of a suggestion. It's not stop, it's stop. It's like, you know, it's almost like an African traveled the world, saw that other people had traffic lights, and then just brought them back, but didn't know what they were for. Like the guy was, guys, we need to get traffic lights, huh? And people were like, what for? For the intersection, it adds atmosphere. But nobody knew what it was about. We don't care about the lights, and we don't trust the lights. But in New York, I've never seen it. People trust that light with their lives. I was walking through the streets one day. I was walking next to this man. I'll never forget this, right? He's standing there on the sidewalk, and the light changes in our favor. And to the side, and there's this truck that is barreling down the road. Looking at the truck, and as soon as the light changes, the guy to me, he just steps out into the road. And so instinctively, I stuck my hand out to him. I was like, yo, dude, there's a truck. He's like, it's okay, we've got the light. I said, yeah, and he has a truck. In a game of rock, paper, scissors, you lose. But he was so confident. He was like, okay, we got the light. Come on, let's go. And he went out there. He didn't just walk out. He stared that truck driver down as he was crossing, looking at him like, I've got the light. I've got the light. You know I've got the light. You know I've got that light. I was running behind him all apologetic. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I would have stopped. I've never done this before. I'm so sorry. I walked with that man for 12 blocks. And let me tell you, I have never been imbued with the confidence of another human being the way I was with him. I started that day thinking and pondering before stepping out. And after a few blocks with him, I started believing. And after 8 blocks, it was the only way I knew how to live. I had my phone out. I was tweeting and texting. I didn't play games. I'd be looking down, look up, the light would change, and I was out. I didn't care if a truck or a train was coming towards me. I was out. Because I've come to realize in America, if you've got the white man on your side, you can do whatever you like. You just roll.